every lift every voice.
Right now we are in Des Moines, Iowa. We just completed the most incredible start to what will be a great 3-day tour here with over 14,000 kids who are screaming and dancing and having a great time because this is the second anniversary of Let's Move. And what we're seeing is the country really uniting around the health and well-being of our kids. And it was amazing. The energy in this place was something we could never have dreamed of, with the interlude dance, I think, being the highlight of the whole thing.
Well, I can't hear you. Are you ready to do that? All right then, let's move!
Welcome to this special edition of Lift Every Voice. I'm your host, Corey Condry, and with me today is Mrs. Obama, otherwise known as Mrs. Obama. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for being here with us.
I am delighted. I really am. Thank you for taking the time to come see me on my tour.
What made you so passionate about childhood obesity?
I think it was experiences as a mother. I think, I was like every other mother before coming to the White House. I was working full time. My husband was working busy schedule, probably eating out too much, kids, taking them to activities, but still not, getting everything in there that we needed to do. And our pediatrician one day looked at over our kids' health charts and said, things have slipped a little bit. And I realized I didn't even notice, everything seemed fine to me. So we changed everything. We eliminated processed foods, took out sugary drinks, added water. Kids were always active. And by the next visit, he said, "What have you done?" Because I've never seen this kind of turnaround this quickly. And I told him just the basic things that we had done. And he said, well, I need to see this throughout my practice. Our pediatrician, his patient base is predominantly African-American, working class. And he started sharing with me the statistics on obesity, just how many families are coming in because they're eating fast food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Kids are in front of the TV more often. And I thought, well, if I don't know about this, then, what's everybody else doing?
Right.
So then I vowed that if my husband got elected, this would be one of the issues that I would take up. So it really comes from something very personal for me.
Sometimes it's just easier to pick up something from the drive-thru, pop something in the microwave. And if we're really being honest with ourselves, we have to admit that even when we do cook, we don't always make the healthiest choices. And that's really where this gets personal.
Now, it's called Let's Move. Mm-hmm. What makes the second annual different than the first?
I think we've just seen a really whole-scale change in the discussion. I mean, when we first launched Let's Move a year ago, there was some debate in certain areas whether childhood obesity was really a problem at all, right? So we've seen the conversation change, and we've really seen over these 2 years the nation coming together in ways big and small to really tackle this problem. We've seen some really unexpected partnerships. Walmart stepping up and making changes to the formulation of their products. Darden, which is the largest restaurant chain in the world, is changing their kids' menus, making fruits and vegetables the first option. We have seen the military made an announcement today that throughout the entire armed services, they're changing, revamping their menu standards.
Wow.
They haven't done that in 20 years.
Wow.
This will affect more than 1,000 dining facilities and nearly 1.5 million troops. Simply put, this is an example of America's entire military once again stepping forward to lead by example.
And we had historic legislation passed. 32 million children, thanks to the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act, will have more improved, nutritious meals at school. So that's 2 years worth of work. So we had a lot of stuff to celebrate. So we figured let's go on the road. Let's highlight what's going on throughout the country. So we've been to Iowa, been to Texas. Now we're in Florida. We were in Miami, Orlando today, and we could have kept going,
right?
But I got to get home. My kids are like, "Where are you now?" Right?
Yeah.
So it's just been, we've just seen a lot of change, and now we're very hopeful.
That's what I love about you. You always talk about your family.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a wife and mother first. And then you always talk about the military.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. When we come right back, we'll talk about families, militaries, and her relationship with the Lord, her faith. Welcome to this special edition of Lift Every Voice.
Yeah, how many of us find ourselves looking forward to that fried chicken and mac and cheese pound cake after church on Sunday? I mean, some people come to church just for the fried chicken.
It is the most important thing that I will ever do, is raise these girls.
Lift every voice.